Bonsoir tout le monde, bienvenue et merci. Thanks for watching everyone. Welcome, it's video 4, video 4. So, French for beginners, video 4 summary lesson. Let me just fiddle around with the camera there. So, this evening we're going to recap some of the things that we did in this week's class. So, let's see where we started. Ah oui! You might remember last week, I think I was using this little globe stress ball. And what was I doing? I was counting in French, in between or whilst throwing and catching the ball. Lancer, throw, attraper, catch. So I wonder if you remember the numbers. Let's give it a go. En français. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, 1 à 10, 1 to 10. We also looked at 0, which was very similar to the English. Zéro. Zéro. Alors, non, j'utilise le stylo noir. I'm going to use the black pen. So, I didn't show you how the numbers were written. I didn't show you the spellings, but we're going to do that now. I might need to zoom in, so let's just do that. Oui, ça va? Ça va. So at the start of our class I gave out envelopes. Ooh, let me put this up. I don't want to cut my head off, do I? So I gave out envelopes, one each actually, and in the envelopes we had little cards with the spellings of the numbers 0 to 10. We also had the actual digits, so the numbers 1 to 10 on separate cards, different colours, so you were able to then pair up from memory or just by sort of figuring it out which one went with which. So let me write, okay, let's start from about here. You should be able to see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 et 5. Can you see that there? Oui, okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 et 5. Let's look at the way they're spelled, shall we? So we've got Z, E, accent aigu, R, O. Zéro, accent aigu. Zéro. E. That E accent aigu is an E sound. I keep saying that because you'll see it everywhere in French. And I want you to remember that it's not an E, it's not zéro, it's zéro. Zéro. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a Q and a U there. 4, 4 et 5. C-I-N-Q. 5. So, why doesn't it start with an S? Well, I wonder if you remember a word where you see a C and an I together making a C sound. Any idea? I mentioned it in class. So, merci. Merci beaucoup. Oh, merci beaucoup. Merci. Merci, thank you, is the ending ends with C and an I. Merci. 5. I and an N is an A sound. Un. Similar to this one. Un. We've got a Q and a U here. 4. That's always going to be a K sound. 4. Tr. There's an R at the end. 4. 3, number 3. Wa. Remember? Wa. So you'll see that in words like bonsoir, something I think I said at the beginning of the video because it's the evening now. Good evening. Bonsoir. Robin, you had a great example of another word with a wa in it. It was voilà. Voilà. Here you go. There you are. There you have it. That kind of thing. So we've got 0, 1, 2, EUX, or just an E and a U, is always going to be an E sound. Well, actually, EUX, E. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have I got enough room to write the L's next door? I'll give it a go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6. That looks just like the English, but we pronounce it 6, like cease, desist, cease. 6. S-E-T-T. Now this is like almost a silent P. Set. Set. Well, in fact, it is a silent P. That's 7. 8. What was 8? Huit. Huit. Très bien. Huit. H-U-I-T. Huit. So you see this U and an I in the word oui. Oui. O-U-I. Oui. Yes. Huit. 9. 10. 10 is 6. So these two rhyme. 6 and 10. 10, 6. 9. E. You'll see that E sound in lots of different words. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 et 10. Très bien. Okay, fantastic. So let me just see if I've got a cloth to wipe all clean. So we looked at numbers, and I've got to say you guys were very, very good in class. I was very pleased. You seem to remember these words very well. In fact, there was one which was a bit difficult to pronounce. Difficult to remember how you say it. So that was 5. 5. 5. Number 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I always think about the English word sank, as in the ship sank. It's a sad thing to think of, but you know, sank is literally pronounced in the same way, like we would write that. Sank. Sank. Okay, so we started off with numbers, flew through those in fact, and then we moved on to something different. So let me see if I have a clear sheet showing you what we looked at. Might have a copy over here somewhere. Give me a moment. Do we have a clear sheet? Oh, okay. Well, I have to show you my marked up sheet in that case. Right, okay, I'll just show you my marked up sheet. So let me see if you can see this. This I've marked up with some highlighters because it gives me a reminder of what to mention in my class, my video. But here we have at the top, we've got the definite article, we've got nouns, so a column for definite articles, column for nouns, column for gender and number, and we've got the English translation. So, so this is something I will be emailing out with my other digital handout for those who weren't there, but also just for your reference so that you can go back, print them off if ever you lose a sheet or something. So the definite article and nouns. What were nouns? Do you remember? So nouns are basically things. That's the easiest way to remember them. There's a long list here, 20 new nouns. We've got a mixture of masculine ones and feminine ones, and also a few plurals. So the point of this is for me to introduce a new vocabulary that's very, very common in French, but also common in our classes. So let me give you some examples. Let me make sure you can see. Okay, let's write quite large. Here's a noun. Livre. Livre. L-I-V-R-E. R-E. I-R-E. So I, R and E I think are quite difficult when you're learning French to remember how you say them. I, well it sounds like an English E. I, R, air, like the air around us if you like. I-R-E. So have a practice of those. Watch this video a few times if you're a bit confused over how you pronounce an I, R or an E in French. So, qu'est-ce que c'est? What is it? What does that mean? Livre. Well, it means a book. And if I can steadily move my camera over here, you can get a little glimpse of some livres. Et voilà! There's just a little, just a few of the books that I have. Most of them are language books, as you can probably tell. I've got a few DVDs over there as well. I did mention if ever you want to borrow any books or films, I have plenty here. So use me as a library whilst you're learning French with me, because it's going to help you extend your vocabulary and understand more about French culture. So livre, that means book. So this is a masculine noun, and on the sheet I've given you, the table if you like, in the third column it says gender and number. I've been kind enough to give you some abbreviations which tell you A, the gender, and the number of the noun. So the abbreviations thus, M and S. So you might find this in dictionaries or your language resources, and you'll certainly see it in my classes or any other classes that you go to learn French. M stands for masculine, masculin. S stands for singular, singulier. So it's a masculine singular noun. What's the relevance of that? Well, the relevance is that the article that comes before it, the word for the definite article, needs to be masculine and singular. So we need le livre, the book, the book, the book, le livre, R at the end, le livre. So let's find some others. I'm not saying that all masculine singular nouns have an RE at the end, but most of them will have le in front of them, okay, when there's one of them. So here's another one, for example, I have one in my hand, le stylo, S-T-Y-L-O, le stylo, the pen, the pen. Le bar, le bar. So that's an English word that's used in French to mean bar or pub, the place that you go and have a drink, or the place that you go to pay for your drinks or your food in a pub or a restaurant. Here's one. Le papier. Le papier. You might know that word from papier mâché, you know, the stuff that you make with like strips of paper and water and fashion things out of it. Well, papier is paper, the paper. Le livre, the book. Le stylo, the pen. Le bar, the bar. Le papier, paper. Let's have a look at some feminine nouns. I won't go through all of these, but I will mention the whole list at the end. But so remember, all of these masculine singular nouns have le in front of them. Okay? We're going to look at some feminine singular nouns, common ones that you will come across in my lessons, and you will also come across in France. It's a given. So instead of masculine singular, we need feminine singular, féminin. Okay, let me choose one. Here's one. Chaise. C-H-A-I-S-E. Chaise. Ooh, I have one here actually. Let me see if I can show you because it's only a small one. Okay, voila, la chaise. La chaise, it's a chair. I have different chairs in here all the time depending on what work I'm doing, but that's la chaise, la chaise, la chaise, the chair. So feminine nouns generally have la in front of them. Let's find some other examples. Okay, here's one. La porte, la porte, la porte. There's one over there. There's about 3 other ones here actually, and there's about 8 when you go outside into the hallway. La porte is the door. So we have la chaise, la porte. How about one that you saw at the beginning? La balle. La balle. Okay, so it looks quite similar to the English word ball. La balle. It could be any smallish kind of ball that you use for sport. A larger ball would be called ballon. Un ballon. So it's actually a masculine word if it's a ballon, like a football or a rugby ball or basketball, that kind of thing. A small ball for tennis or for golf or cricket, that kind of thing. La balle. So often words that end, nouns that are singular and end with double L-E in French, often they're feminine nouns. So they will probably have la in front of them. And I have two other examples. La salle. La salle. So la salle, this is like a word for a general room. So we're in a room here at the moment. It could be the dining room or the bathroom or well, any other room really, but a room in general. La salle. Bal, salle. Now we have another one with double L-E at the end. So la, because it's a feminine singular noun. La ville. La ville. La ville. So la ville, you've probably heard this. It means town or it could mean city, but we're going to think of it as a place, a town, a place where people live and things happen. So town or city. La chaise, the chair. La porte, the door. La balle, the ball. La salle, the room. La ville, the town or city. So we have le for masculine singular nouns such as livre, le stylo, le bar. What was the other one? 1, 2, 3, so that's 3 of them. It's 5 for now. And then we have la for the feminine ones. However, some words begin with vowels. So some nouns, get rid of that, begin with vowels such as E, for example. Like that's the English E. En français, E. We've got something I gave out in class at the beginning. Envelope and envelope. Very similar to the English. So, envelope. 2 P-E. 2 P's in the French. Envelope. I think this is, this should be a feminine noun, yes. So it's marked on your sheet as F for feminine, S for singular, because it's a singular feminine noun. So when we have a vowel, a noun beginning with a vowel, it doesn't actually matter if it's masculine or feminine. You can always find that out by looking in the dictionary. But if you're confronted with a word like this and you want to put the in front of it, en français, we just use an L apostrophe. L'enveloppe. L'enveloppe. Because it's easier to say than la enveloppe. L'enveloppe. The envelope. Do I have one here just to show you what I mean? I'm talking about something like this. Okay, so I think in fact in there we have my written forms of numbers, and we also have the digits themselves. We've got 9, l'enveloppe, la balle, le stylo. So, L apostrophe, L apostrophe in front of any noun that's singular and begins with a vowel. So let's think of the vowels. Oui. Yeah. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. So they are also the same as vowels in English. There's also another letter in the French alphabet that functions as a vowel, so that's Y, which is Y. Can you see that? And you need to remember also that H, so the letter H or H, depending on how you pronounce it. That will also function in the same way. So let me find some words that are singular on this list that start with an H. Voilà. Here's one. Hôpital. Hôpital. Now, you can probably guess what that means. It means hospital. If we want to say the hospital, because it starts with, effectively, a letter that functions as a vowel, or similar to a vowel in French, we will start it with an L apostrophe. L'hôpital. L'hôpital. That little accent on top of the O is a circumflex. Don't worry too much about that, but you will see it on some words. In fact, there should be another one on here that's also masculine. Ah oui, voilà. Hôtel. Hôtel. So if I want to say the hotel, l'hôtel. L'hôtel, l'hôpital, l'enveloppe. They start with A-E-I-O-U, Y or H. And we just put an L apostrophe in front of them. And it just means the envelope, the hospital, the hotel. Alright, so we filled this table in looking at all the different singular nouns. There were a couple of plural nouns on there. I'm just going to look at one for now because I think it's a cute word. So we haven't yet looked at how you talk about plural nouns, because sometimes the ending of the word can change. So in English we put an S at the end of a noun if it's plural, generally. So like the book becomes the books, the chair becomes the chairs. Now that's pretty much the case in French most of the time. So let's just give you a few examples. Le livre becomes, in the plural, so singular here, the plural becomes not le, but les, L-E-S, L-E-S, les livres, with an S at the end. La chaise becomes les. It's easier maybe if I don't link these together. I'll just do it unlinked. Les chaises. So we put an S on the end there, and also la changes to les. So le and la, masculine or feminine, the, both become les in the plural, which makes it easier, doesn't it? And also, for example, L apostrophe envelope. L'envelope becomes les enveloppes. Envelopes. Now, that's a general rule. There are some that look a little bit different than that, but we're concentrating on the regular ones for now. So, le, la, L apostrophe, L apostrophe en français, and les in the plural. So that's how you say the in French. After that, what did we do? Let's have a look. I think what we did then is we looked at the handout. I'm just going to find something like this. We looked at the numbers. We looked at the definite article. That's the le, la, les, L apostrophe. All the ways of saying the in French. This is what we did then. Very briefly, we looked at how you say a something or other. A book. A chair, an envelope, a or an en français. So it's relatively easy in theory. So let's take the same examples. We're going to go for ones that I use quite often. We've got le livre, le, oh, un stylo vert, a green pen, le livre. Just remember something I missed out before, so I'll make a note of it up here. I'll come back to that in just a sec. le livre. So this one, if I want to say a book instead of the book, well, we use the number 1. Un livre. So that means one book, or it can mean a book. Le becomes un. So that's because this is a masculine noun. And this is a masculine way of saying a. And this is the masculine way of saying the, for something that's singular. Let's look at the feminine way. So we have la chaise. La chaise becomes not un chaise, but une chaise. Une. So instead of un, we have an e on the end of the word a. Une chaise. Une. So instead of the chair, we're saying a chair, or one chair. Une porte. A door. Un hôpital. A hospital. What are the other words on that? Look. Okay, yeah. Une table. Table, well, you can tell what that is, can't you? Table. A table. So you would have to know that table is a feminine noun. If we wanted to say the table, and we knew it was une for a table, we would just use la. Une is a feminine way of using, way of saying a or one of something. Un hôpital. So if we saw that phrase, I'd like to think that we would recognise that un is the way you say a for something that's masculine. So if we wanted to say the hospital, we would be able to guess that it would be le. Now, the thing about this is, because hôpital starts with an H, if we wanted to say the hospital, we would have to use an L apostrophe. But it is masculine. It's just it's a clue to the gender of the noun. Une, feminine, un, masculine. Une, well, that's feminine, so if we wanted to say the door instead of a door, we would know it was la. Before I forget, I'm going to go on to the plural noun that I think is really cute. So, le becomes un, the, a, la becomes une, the chair, a chair. I don't expect you to remember that because I'm only briefly going into it today, but we will come back to it and you'll see it in probably every lesson. So the thing I thought was cute now, when I need them I can never find them. Can you guess what I'm talking about? My glasses. Okay, so this is one of the nouns that's listed on that sheet, and it's a plural noun, like in English. Les lunettes. Les lunettes. Les lunettes. My glasses. I suppose I could probably find a pair of my sunglasses. No, not in there. Oh, that's typical. C'est typique. No. Oh, voilà. That's a pair of my sunglasses there. Les lunettes. Ouais. Super. Très joli. So, les lunettes. This is how you say glasses, as in glasses that you wear for your eyesight. Lunettes. What I wanted to point out about this, apart from it being a plural noun, similar to English, like glasses with an S at the end, les lunettes. This lunette, I want to point out what it means, okay? So, I'm going to give you another noun which is also feminine, like these. La lune. La lune. I think it's a really pretty French word. This means the moon, okay? Like the moon in the sky. So sometimes it's like this, sometimes it's a full moon. Recently we had deux lunes pleines, 2 full moons in 1 month this year. It's a good thing, it was beautiful. La lune. So lunettes, the word for glasses, is actually derived from the word lune. And this here, et, we call this a suffix. It's a few letters that add on to the end of a word to change the meaning. And in French, you use et to make something sound small and sweet. Right, so small, basically. So lune plus et becomes lunette. And that literally means little moon. Little moons. So when we have les lunettes, I imagine some kind of old-fashioned glasses that were kind of half moon shaped. 2 half moon shaped, little crescent shapes. Les lunettes. So this et, you'll find it on the end of lots of words in French. It doesn't always mean something little, but that suffix, that thing that adds on to the end of another word with another meaning, can change it into a new word, and I think that's really, really pretty. So keep an eye out for that et at the end of a French noun. It might be singular, it might be plural, but if it's got et at the end, it's often feminine. So there's a little clue. Okay, what else did we do? Well, we looked, let me just check the time, right, we're at 31 minutes in. So the last thing I'll talk about now is verbs. Okay, so I'll just go through a few sentences on page 1 of your handout from week 4, from this week. So I'll write down some, I think in a different pen colour, some of the sentences we looked at. So this is what's written. So we've got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. We've got lots and lots of sentences here. Let me try and show you. Ooh, lots of sentences. You see I've highlighted there. From A to S, because we've been looking at letters, so I can refer to each exercise by the letter, knowing that you'll be able to recognise them now. So I say, this is the instruction I give. Trouver et souligner le verbe dans chaque phrase. Trouver, trouver, trouver. Right, so that's a verb in the vous form, which means find. Et souligner, souligner, underline. That's what that means. In the vous form, because it's got EZ at the end, underline le verbe dans chaque phrase. Find and underline the verb in each sentence. Chaque phrase. Chaque phrase. Chaque means each or every. Phrase, well, that can mean phrase or sentence. Chaque phrase. So I'll give you a couple of examples and then we'll wrap up the video because they tend to go on for quite some time. Alors, so we're going to look at B. Don't know why I did that. B, the second exercise. B, second sentence, second phrase. B. J'aime, remember we saw this last week, les croissants. J'aime les croissants. So we've got les here, which tells you that that is a noun and it's plural. J'aime les croissants. Well, we use that word croissant, don't we? We know exactly what it is. It's a croissant, little French pastry, very tasty. Not my favourite, but you know, lots of people like them and they have them when they go to France. So, in that sentence, dans cette phrase, where is the verb? Don't worry if you don't recognise which part's the verb, but this bit here, the les in front of croissant, les will always come before a noun. Okay, so that tells you that this bit's a noun. That bit's the definite article, which means the. This bit here, aime, after je, j'aime, I like or I love croissants. This is the verb from the verb aimer, which we looked at last week. Aimez-vous les bananes? Do you like bananas? Oui, j'aime les bananes. Yes, I like bananas. This is the verb. Okay? Let's have a look at another one. I'm going to choose one which might be hard to pronounce. So I shall model it for you, okay? Alors, exercice D, s'il vous plaît. D. So, the students who have my handout, or for those I'm going to email, this is what exercise D says. Je travaille à Chepstow. Okay, so this is where I am now, my town, place I grew up in, lovely place. Come here if you haven't been. Come and learn English with me, or come and just spend some money here and support the local businesses, because it's a beautiful old historic town. Come, come, come. I travaille à Chepstow. Je travaille. So Chepstow is a place. Je means I, that's, we call that a pronoun, personal pronoun. Travaille is the verb. Travailler is the verb. Travailler. That's the whole infinitive verb with the ER at the end. What we've done in this sentence is we've taken off the ER and we've put the ending that follows je, which is just an E. Je travaille. I work in Chepstow. Which is true. C'est vrai. So guys, you've got a long list here on page 1. What I'd like you to do, if you haven't done it already, is underline the verbs. If you find it difficult, give me a call. After that, page 2, all I'd like you to do is read up until, I wonder if you can see this, let me just check, up until just after these boxes. So you've got just over half a page I'd like you to read, and if you understand, complete these boxes. Okay, you might need a dictionary, but you can do it. Any problems, give me a call, send me an email, or just wait until next week in class. You can talk to me and we'll go through the exercise together. Okay guys, so that's a little overview. So we looked at, we went back over 0 à 10, and we looked at the definite articles le for masculine singular nouns, la for feminine singular nouns, L apostrophe for singular nouns, masculine or feminine, starting with vowels, or an H or an Y, and we looked at plural articles, so les, le, la, L apostrophe and les. And then we also briefly looked at how you say a something or other. So if it's le, it will be un stylo. If it's la, it will be une balle, par exemple. And then after that we looked at some verbs in sentences. So it's quite a lot to take in. There's lots of new vocabulary on your sheets and your handouts, but have a little look through them. Give me a call or an email if any problems. Merci beaucoup, bon week-end et à bientôt. Salut!